episode of Ray Reacts to Everything. I'm your host, comedian Crazy Ray. I had this fruit parfait for breakfast, and this just shows you how much of a fat guy I am. I didn't look down. It was almost gone. It was like a spoonful left. I looked down, and there was mold all over the top. So if you see any pink elephants flying around, just know that I see them too. Today's topic, I wanted to review, I wanted to react, I wanted to look at this because when I first saw this video, so it's not like a blind reaction. When I first saw this video, I was like, oh my God. This dude's calling everybody in the world a douchebag, and he's like one of the biggest douchebags. But
I digress.
Gotta love him, right? This is the dude, the man, the myth, Dana fucking White. Anyway, like the masters of all fighters and stuff.
I told these guys at GQ, there isn't any question that I won't answer.
If you frequently use cocaine, right?
Dana White, and I am going undercover on the internet.
It's actually him.
It's actually me. Twitter. I like Twitter. I don't hate Twitter. A lot of negativity on Twitter. A lot of douchebags on Twitter, but I don't hate it.
So what you're saying is you belong there.
Dana White had hair? Yes, I had hair. Of course I had hair at one point in time.
I had hair. Moving on.
At Dana White, how many casinos are you banned from? It's not that I'm banned from casinos.
Yeah, it is.
They just don't want me to play there.
Banned.
They won't give me the limits that I want, and they won't let me bet as much as I want.
Banned.
Because they don't like to lose. The Palm has kicked me out of there twice.
Banned.
The Mirage.
Banned.
The Wynn will not let me play.
Banned.
The only places that will let me play in town are Caesar's Palace, the Bellagio, and the Venetian. All those guys take really big play. But if you are a big player and you come into town, you're insane not to play at Caesar's Palace.
Love the shameless plug there, Dana. But what you've described is known as being banned. Well, it's not that I'm banned. They just won't let me come in and do what I want to do. That's being banned, homie. And then the shameless plug at the end there for Caesar's Palace, because they still let you take their money.
This is by far the best casino in the world.
Yeah, best in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
We never got Dana White versus Tito Ortiz. How about Dana White versus Jake Paul? Let's make it a Triller fight. Zuffa Boxing co-promotion for all the marbles. You guys realize I'm 53 years old now, right? When I was going to fight Tito, I was 37. I'm 53. Come talk to me when you fucking idiots are 53 years old and tell me if you want to fight some 20-year-old kid.
Mike would. He ain't scared. He'll fight anybody. He don't give a shit. And how old is Mike? Mike's like 57, right? Or something like that. Maybe same age. Maybe close to the same age. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Mike will still fight. We thought you was a boxer, Dana. Dana boxer. Boxer Dana. Boxer Dana Whites. Great White Hype.
The Great White Hype.
I promise you, you do not. You are a jackass, Sandhu. McGregor and Mayweather 2 is supposed to happen. Can someone confirm this? McGregor Mayweather 2 is not supposed to happen. Shouldn't happen. Hopefully won't happen.
Nah,
Dana White,
nobody gives a shit.
If you had to cut one champion, who would you choose?
Yes.
This is a dirty question.
No, it's not.
Dirty.
Spit
Dirty
it.
question.
Spit it. Spit it.
And I told these guys at GQ, there isn't any question that I won't answer. Except this one.
Sorry, I missed that last part. What'd he say?
If UFC President Dana White booked Fedor Emelianenko versus Brock Lesnar in 2009, who would have won?
Fedor.
Obviously, I'm very biased when answering this question.
Fedor.
I'm going with Brock Lesnar. Brock wanted the...
Brock's a big dude. We can't deny that. Brock's a big guy. But Fedor Emelianenko has beat bigger men. Bigger men.
fight. I tried to make the fight. Offered Fedor Emelianenko an ungodly amount of money, and they didn't want the fight. I don't know what to tell you. Why
Let's see the proof. Let's see it. Let's see it.
do you think people seem to talk about UFC Fighter Pay? I also would like to get paid more in my job, LOL. Listen, there aren't too many things you can talk shit about the UFC about. If you look at what we've done with the business in the last 22 years, It's incredible. Never been done ever. The things that we've done in the fight business, you always have to have something to bitch about, I guess. And fighters always want to make more money.
So wait a minute. Did you like get every person that wanted to kiss Dana's ass? Let's just get all the questions that Dana would like. You know what I'm saying? Let's get all the ones that are pro-white, pro-Dana White. I shouldn't have said that. Pro-Dana White, pro-Dana.
Boxing has absolutely been destroyed because of money and all the things that go on. It's never going to happen while I'm here. Believe me, these guys get paid what they're supposed to get paid. They eat what they kill. They get a percentage of the pay-per-view buys. And the money is spread out amongst all the fighters.
Liar. Liar. How much are you worth? And how much is somebody that's been with the UFC for, I don't know, a long time? Let's take what you made from 2009 to 2019, because you don't want to do 2020. Let's take 2009 to 2019. What was your income, Dana White? What did you make? How much
Money.
How many stacks did you get, bro? And then let's take a UFC fighter that we can take him as a headliner, Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, and show that straight up, like his career from here to there. How much is he worth versus how much you're worth? Yeah, didn't think so. So it's like big slice of the pie for me. And here we go. I got to pay everybody. And they get paid what they're worth. How the f*** do you know what they're worth? And what are you basing what they're worth? On how well they can fight? We know that's not true. You don't base that off. No, we see people go 9-0, 11-0 in the UFC, be like 7-0, 6-0. Still ain't getting the fucking championship fight. They still ain't next in line. Why? Because they're not popular enough. They're not popular. And that's the truth. You sell what you think sells. This is entertainment. In reality, you're closer to the WFW, whatever the fuck it is. W whatever. The W's. All the W's. You're closer to that because you're not giving the best fighter the opportunities. You're giving the
Most popular
fighter the opportunities. And that, my friend, is show business. And that, my friend, is the I pulled it up. The WWF. Sorry, the WWE. Used to be the WWF. So kiss it, Dana. Kiss it, Dana.
Like it? There's a simple solution to this problem. Go start your own MMA organization. No buried entry. Knock yourself out. Pay them whatever you want to pay them. It's been done before. How's it worked out for other guys? Not well.
Yeah. When you monopolize the shit, yeah, it's kind of hard.
Mind your business. Quora.
Did he say mind your business?
The fuck is Quora?
Yeah.
How good of
I
a
get you
boxer
there.
was Dana White? Obviously not very good, or I wouldn't be a promoter. Would Bruce Lee at his peak be able to contend with today's top MMA fighter? It's such an unfair question. I'm such a huge Bruce Lee fan.
No, sir, that is not an unfair question. If you know anything for real about fighters and the fight game and fighting, then you know that Bruce Lee, sorry for those of the, so it's going to be hard to hear this, but put your earmuffs on. Put your earmuffs on for those who are sensitive. Bruce Lee was a movie star. Bruce Lee was an actor. Was he ahead of his time when it came to martial arts? Absolutely. Could somebody that weighed 250 pounds and that was 6'2" beat his ass? Abso-fucking-totally. That's just the way it is. Everybody lives the myth of Bruce Lee, but they don't know the reality. There goes another butterfly. Elephant butterfly. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, everybody lived the myth, the legend of Bruce Lee. And it wasn't what it was cracked up to be. In reality, old Bruce was, like I said, ahead of his time. He liked to train. He liked to do his body. I mean, he was just, But he was also, 130 pounds, maybe. And that's his walk-around weight. That's not, I had to cut 15 to get the, nope. That man was $120, $130, maybe, if we're being nice. He had trouble with wind. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Pete Davidson.
He was fast. He was ahead of his time, but he would get his ass handed to him today. Not to say if he practiced grappling and he practiced some whatever and he was in his prime, that he wouldn't do some damage in the strawweight, the flyweight division. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he's not the myth, the legend, the man. He couldn't get in there and, knock Ngannou. There's not going to happen. He's not even going to put up a fight. It's just going to be like,
Next.
I mean, I'm just being for real. If you know anything about the fight game, Dana, you should know. Bruce Lee was an actor. I'm sorry.
In his day, we wouldn't be where we are today
True.
without Bruce Lee. So to try to compare him to today's fighters is ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Can
You just don't want to piss off
Be
people.
considered as the GOAT in the UFC? It's so hard. Obviously, he's talented enough. Who knows what he could accomplish, but he retired too early.
Yes,
I mean,
I
John
agree.
Jones is probably going to fight at heavyweight this year. Whatever you think about John, it's hard.
Take your lips off his nuts. Off his nuts. How many times now? This is like, I don't know, chance number 19? I don't know. He should have been gone a long time ago. I've seen you kick people out for less.
Not to call him the GOAT. Believe me when I tell you I've tried to convince Khabib to come out of retirement. We'll see what happens over the next couple of years, but I feel like he left in his prime. I mean, look at what he did to Justin Gaethje right before he retired. How did Dana White get involved in the UFC?
He stole it. He stole that shit, man. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. Probably kind of.
So I was involved in boxing, and myself and my partners, the Fertitta brothers, started taking jiu-jitsu. We fell in love with it. We became obsessed with it. And through that, we started to meet a lot of the fighters. And
yet he never got past what? Never seen him in a gi, never seen him practice, nothing. So obviously he practiced. He was like, me and my buddies practiced it for a summer. We fell in love, and
I started to manage Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz. That's really how we got involved. TikTok. What is your favorite UFC rivalry? There's been so many good ones. Cormier and Jones is right up there, though. One of my favorites.
No. There were so many that were so much better. And Cormier and Jones was just Jones beating Cormier's ass and Cormier crying about it, pretty much. That's all I saw. The rivalry between Jones and Rashad Evans was so much better. So much better. I don't know. I guess we got a little more behind the scenes with Cormier. You got to hear them talking shit to each other and stuff like that. But Rashad and Jones hated each other. Also, I can't believe you didn't mention Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard 13. I mean, shit. How many times did you have them fight? In my personal opinion, you didn't have nothing else. You had Bellator fighting up, which you just mentioned a few minutes ago. And how well did they do? Not well, because you monopolized this motherfucker, man. You shit all over them before they got the chance. Just saying.
So good. I truly believe that they were two of the absolute best fighters in the world when they faced each other. Wikipedia. White entered the boxing scene by co-promoting Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. In 2017, White said that he's getting into boxing 100%. White says he wants to incorporate boxing into the company's portfolio of the UFC. This is true. And every time I start to go down the road to get involved in boxing, I go, have I lost my fucking mind? Am I crazy? Why would I ever want to get involved in this corrupt, insane, fucked up sport?
Ooh, I know this one. Because you're corrupt, insane, and you belong there.
Did I get it right?
Please stay out of boxing. It's already fucked up enough with the Paul brothers in there. Just saying.
And then, I jump out for a while, and then I start to think about it again. Literally just started thinking about it a month ago.
Oh, no.
Got on the phone with a couple of boxing guys, hung up the phone and said, have I lost my fucking mind again? Why would I want to be in business with any of these guys? Instagram. Will we ever get to see UFC Africa? Absolutely, positively, 100% there will be a UFC Africa. Which fighter on the current roster has the potential to have the same impact on UFC as Conor McGregor? Maybe a Khamzat Chimaev We'll see. What outside influences have shaped the way you promote UFC and produce shows and cards? Most of my influences have come from, obviously, I was a big boxing fan growing up. I feel like I always knew what...
What I meant to say was I was a big wrestling fan. And I liked that, that they put the most popular guy, they gave him the championship, the shot. They gave him the championship. Here's the secret. It's fake. Wrestling's fake. Shh. Whoever was the most popular.
I feel like I always knew what fight fans wanted to see and didn't want to see. No. Most of my early influence was based on boxing.
Wrestling.
Yeah, it'd be hard to say that the WWE didn't influence me too.
See?
Yeah.
See? I knew it.
With their live events and things that they've done, 100%.
It's hard to say. Of course they did, because you chase money. You don't chase champions.
Mostly boxing.
Liar.
Liar. What was the most satisfying victory for you out of any UFC fight? When Chuck Liddell knocked Tito Ortiz out. That was my favorite moment that has ever happened in UFC history.
Well, of course. It's literally like your wife took up for you and then beat the person's ass that had the issue. You know I nailed it. Thank you.
De La Hoya wants to sit down with Dana White to bury the hatchet. I feel like
I don't think that's right.
De La Hoya's apology was sincere. But there's no way that he and I can ever be friends again. He and I were actually friends. I used to go to his fights. I used to watch his fights. I used to promote his fights. That guy did way too much damage for us to ever be friends again. I appreciate his apology. Get it. We're cool, but we're never going to be that cool.
I'm never letting that man in my bed again. He hurt me. He hurt me.
What is the most brutal finish in UFC MMA history?
Oh.
To pick one is tough. I mean, there's been so many recently. Tony Ferguson versus Chandler. The leg breaks of Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman. Conor McGregor's leg break. There's been a few. YouTube.
Didn't he brutal finish, not brutal like accidental I broke my leg.
Dana, what fighters are on your top 5 all-time UFC list? John Jones, Anderson Silva.
John Jones. Wow, are they sleeping together? I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. I can't be the only one thinking this. Right? Right? Hello?
Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor.
Oh.
GSP. There's so many other people that should be on there. Usman should be on there. Why is
Mighty
Dana
Mouse
so concerned about pirating streams? Who cares? I care, dummy. This is how everybody makes their money. You're bitching about fighters not making enough money. They get a piece of the pay-per-view. People who steal it are stealing from us and them. And
notice how he put us first. Stealing from us and them, like they're secondary. Bro, they make up your fucking entertainment altogether. Without them, you are nothing. It tells you where his priorities lie. He said that it takes money from us and them.
what happens to people who steal? You get smashed and you go to jail. That's what happens to you.
You're not there.
And I make sure that we get you. Everybody was fucking laughing at me when I was talking about this. We caught a lot of people. People weren't laughing when they got caught. And a lot of people begging me not to prosecute them. Stealing is stealing.
Stealing is stealing. Yeah, it is. Monopolizing is monopolizing. And like running every promotion that tries to start up into the dirt. Backing certain fighters simply because of their
draw.
You piece of shit.
I wonder what is going through Dana White's head during these face-offs. Also, what was the craziest face-off? What's going through my head is making sure that they don't touch each other and a big fight doesn't break out on stage. Tough to say what would be the craziest. Conor and Nate Diaz got pretty crazy. There's a bunch of them that have gotten crazy, but the toughest ones are when you have monster heavyweights that if they really start freaking out, there's not much I'm going to be able to do. I would like to think that Cormier Jones would have gone differently had I been there.
Like how? Like how would it have gone different? Because Daddy's here? Daddy's here, we can't fight, he'll get us. Man, they don't give a shit. They'd have thrown your ass off of the stage too. What'd he do? He pushed Cormier and just right off the stage? Bloop. I never thought it was close. I never really thought it was, I thought that, you know, Jones struggled here and there, but I thought it was because of what Jones did and his decisions in life, how he would party the week before. Like, that's a true thing that he said, that he would party a week before the week of the fight, so he could blame it on that if he failed. Yeah, you need to get off Jones, bro. I feel like he beat you. Or, what is he, your soulmate? Do you love Jones? Because I don't, like I said, I've seen you boot people for less. And yet, Jones gets a million chances. We get it. He's a great fighter. We also get it. He's a coke addict. Yay, Jones. He's the baddest. That's it for me. For Ray Reacts to Everything on this one. And I hope to see you next time. If there is a next time, you never know. You never know. Crazy Ray out.